こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎ゆきです。2月20日水曜日のセッションリキャップ取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょう。
There you go. Alright, this is a session recording for the 19th of February. These are the things we're looking for. We're currently looking to get out of the desert up here on the euro dollar. And let's take this up to a 240 and we're seeing if we can get this bounce. Alright, you can see we've got to take this line out here. Once we take the line out, we've got 25 pips to the 3400. We'll move our stop here. Our target is all the way up here. We're looking for this 120 pip trade right here. Alright, once it gets under...
ユーロドルです。240分チャートを見ているんですけども、今最初に10分チャートを見ていました。で、10分チャートのデザート MA の上に来てからトレードしたいんですけども、今もう跳ね返りを見ていますと。で、ここで今跳ね返ってきてて、この1つ目のターゲットは取っていますし、あと25ピップで3400というところですけども、ここでストップを動かして、あと120ピップ上のターゲットを取っていきたいですねと言っています。
We'll pop, and we get a top up here, it breaks up here and pulls down, then we'll be able to get a roadmap up here, but we don't have that yet. Right? So we're looking for this opportunity, so basically above 3376 and then above 3400 also. Right?
3376ということで 1.3376 より上で買っていきたくて、でその後は3400の上でトレードしていきたいと。
Alright, British Pound. British Pound, many of us are in this trade and we're looking to finish off to the downside. We're looking for a target of 53.61. So that trade...
ポンドドルなんですけども、これはトレードしてますよねと、今多くの人がトレード入っていると思いますと。で、53.61 って言っているので 1.5361 をターゲットに見ていますよねと。
It is, for most people, it's a break-even trade right here. For the rest of you, it's not. And if you're not in, you're still in it. Great, because we're trying to get down to here. Once we break the 618 fib below here at 19, there is a possibility to place another lot here, but you've got to get your stop move by 5400. Alright.
多くの人がトレードしていて、ブレイクイーブン、ここからエントリーしてるんですけども、ここのプラマイゼロでストップを下げている人もいると思います。で、まだこのトレード入っているという方は、このターゲットまで取るのでいいですよねと。で、次はこのマイナス 0.618 のフィブを下に抜けてきたら、アナザーロット、次の売り増しのポジションを持っていきたいと思いますと。で、このフィブっていうのは高値安値結んだフィブですね。
And that's only 19 pips, but with a pound being a 4 pip trade, you can do it. And we're looking for that opportunity right down there. Okay, thanks, Tom.
で、5400っていうところでストップを下げてやっていきたいなということです。
Which is another reason, see, Colin, the pound sheet broke. That's why we don't want to move it. We don't want to be trying to hold profit. Try to capture 12 pips when we're looking at 60. We want to make sure that we break even, and then if it goes, we got 60. And we can't, and getting 12 isn't going to help us get where we need to go. Up 50 pips. Nice.
今、カリンさんという方が質問してたんですけど、ブレイクイーブンにした後ですよね。プラマイゼロにしたら、例えば12ピップ取るとかじゃなくて、プラマイゼロか60ピップ取れるかっていうようなトレードをしていきたいですよねと。
Yeah, Colin. Way to go. Awesome.
カレンさんは今50ピッププラスになっていますよということを言っています。続いてドルカナダ見ていきたいと思います。
Alright, dollar CAD, we're looking for the opportunity to bounce here. We're at a bounce point. If we bounce here, our target is all the way up here. This target's already gone, so our new target is up to here. For our first target is here, and our second target is right here.
ドルカナダは1つ目のターゲットを取りました。その後の次のターゲットはここですよね。今ここの上の青い線 1.0152。その後はこの上の HSI のターゲット0179を目指していきたいと思いますと。
Get a bounce. We're going to be interested in this trade. It's about 60 pips right now. Not a big trade, but it is 60 pips. So we'll see if we get.
跳ね返ってきたらあと60ピップ。そんなに大きくはないんですけど、60ピップを取っていきたいと思います。
The bounce up to there. And we're going up to 101.81. Swissy just flopping around because it's following the dollar index. Dollar is being sold today. It's in an uptrend, so it's got nowhere to go. So watch for it to bounce down here. If it does bounce down here, there's a little right here. There is a trade right here. Then you want to manage it up into here and just manage it all the way up to here. There's no place.
ドルフランは今アップトレンドにあるんですけども、nowhere to go、つまり、行ったり来たりしていてすることがないよねと。でももしここで跳ね返ったら、買っていきたいよねということを言っています。
To add a position on there. That's why you're a little leery. There is no snowman here. But if you got it, you can get it. Tower yen, we're waiting to see what she does. It's right here on the trend line. It could break to the downside or it could bounce back up. If it bounces back up, we're stuck in a wedge and there's nothing to do. Our only trade to the upside is up here. But if we get a sell-off, we'll be looking for a sell-off down to this.
ドル円なんですけども、ドル円のこれ今240分チャートです。で、今、どっちに行くのか見極めているところで、もし上がってきたらウェッジに入ってやることがなくて、ウェッジを抜けてきたらこの上のところ、次は94円95銭というところを狙ってトレードしていきたいなと。で、下に抜けてきたらこの下のサポート、トリプルボトムになる。もう4回目ですね。トリプルボトムどころからもう4回目なんですけど、ここを狙って、93円20銭というところを狙って売っていきたいなという感じです。
Triple bottom down here. So if we get a sell-off, we'll look for that right down there, down to 92.20. Aussie dollar.
93円20銭ではなくて92円20銭でした。売りの場合は92円20銭を狙っていきたいと。
Aussie, we have finally taken out the downtrend right here. This is not enough information yet to trade it, and we already know that if we do get a bounce, there's nowhere to go. So we got a break, we got a hook, we're waiting for the go, and what we're going to do is slam right into all this stuff right here. So there is no trade. The real trade is right here, as you can see. That's the next.
オージードルなんですけども、もしこれ上がってきてブレイクして上がってきた場合なんですけども、ここに多くのレジスタンスがありますが、これを抜けてきたら上の方のトレードをしていきたいと。これトレードアラート来てましたよね。またご確認いただけたらと思います。
Next trade up. If we can get above 103.67, we'll be done. All right, Mark, good job. Yeah, now that's a good plan. There's a good plan. Take some profit on some, but don't take it all off because you'll never get the rest of it if you take it all off. All right. Euro yen, we're looking to bounce up into this area right here. Boy, if we can get this, it'd be sweet. Either way, we get this. If it comes here and pops back down and goes down, we want this trade right here. If it breaks back up into that trend, then we're looking at this opportunity right up in.
ユーロ円です。ユーロ円はもし下がってきたらここのスペース取りたいですし、上がってきたらここのスペース取りたい。どっちでもいいですよねと、どっちでもやりたいよねということを言っています。
Here. So right now we're in no man's land, but once we get above or we get a good signal to the downside, we'll be looking for those. Scalper left, didn't you? Yeah, but that's a much better plan than just taking it all off. See? All right, pound yen continues to the downside, and it did come back up to the 50, so maybe it's everybody's still in the pound yen?
ポンド円ですけども、今、still going downside って言ってますから、売りですよね。で、僕、昨日ちょうどニューヨークセッション見てて、結構夜中なんで、夜中の2時ぐらいだったんで、見てたんですけど、売りだよっていうことで、みんな売ったんですよね。で、今、どれだけ売った人いるかいっていうことを聞いていました。
Anybody still? Jordan? Okay, good job, Jordan. Anybody else? Brian? Okay, good. So we still got traders in it. That's awesome. All right, fantastic. All right, so we're looking for it to continue on down. Our real trade is obviously is right here. So we're in a trade to get in position for this spot. Once we break below the 144, we have an entry order in at 143.88 down to 142.98. So you can see that's a.
もしこれ下に下がってきたらまた売り増ししていきたいですよねと。で、結構今チャットで売ってますっていう人いましたよね。ジョーダン、ブライアン、スコット、マイク・ピップ、ジョーダン、スコット、マーク、結構みんなまだ売ってるよということで、143円88銭でまたエントリーオーダー入れて、142円80銭ぐらいでまた決済したいねっていうことを言っていました。
About a 90 pip trade down there. So, that's the way it goes. Right? So, it's been trying to go, and they keep running out of sellers, so they keep going up. Trying to go, running out of sellers, they keep coming up. So you've got to plan on that all the time. You have to constantly plan on the fact that if they can't find sellers, they're going to have to go up. All right. So sometimes that means you get stopped out. So Remember, any of the British pounds, you're going to need at least a 50 pip stop. So hang in there, all right? Euro yen, I don't have the upside ones because we've had a breakout here, so I'm just looking for the downside. Once it does move, if it does pop up here, I'll take an HSI from this bottom over here. All right. So, all right. We're actually doing a Gartley butterfly here, for those of you who know what that is. Alright, so New Zealand, we're waiting to see if we get a pullback down in here. We don't want to take this up in here because we're in the top part of the trend. We need it to come back down. So we're hoping that this ends up being a bear flag right here and goes ahead and breaks to the downside. Once we get out in here,
9ドルですが、9ドルは今ベアフラッグ見えていて、下がってくる方でトレードしていきたいよねと。
here we're going to start buying it again. But right now it's in no man's land. If you can see, there's just no room to the top up here. Even if we break up and
今だけど上にはスペースないですよねと。これブレイクしてきてもトレンドウォーラーありますし、ベアフラッグになって下がってきたところを買っていきたいよねと。
here there's just a little dinky area with an 8500. They're only 16 pips away from the 8500 now. So there's no trade there. Aussie yen, all right. Once again up to the 240, all right. And you can see here that it's kind of a mess right now. We would like this trade right here, and then this big trade right up in here. That's the real big.
オージー円なんですけども、ここ今ちょっとメッシーって言ってましたけど、ちょっと今分かりにくいは分かりにくいんですけど、ここのスペースを取っていけたら取っていきたいし、その上のこの大きなスペースがリアルトレードだよって言っています。
If we can get in position for that, we do not want to miss this one. That's all there is to it.
We don't want to miss this one. ここの大きなところは絶対ミスしたくない、逃したくないねと言っていますね。
Right now she's flopping around, just doing sideways movement here, and there's nothing to trade while we're in a sideways movement. Just wait till she breaks. If she breaks above the 9700, now we got 44 pips to here, and we got 150 pips up here.
9700をブレイクしてきたら9744までまず買って44ピップのトレード。それをブレイクしてきたら今度は100ピップのトレードがありますよと。
So there's 200 pips above us here if we can get in position, but we're not there yet. Euro pound continues to move to the upside. Many of you are in this trade. How many are in the EJ right now?
ユーロポンドですけど、これもトレード一緒にありましたよねと。で、結構多くの方エントリーしてると思うんですけど、どれくらいの方エントリーしてますかと。
A lot of people are in that EG trade. All right. Anybody else? Michael, Brian, everybody good? Nice going? Okay, all right. Way to go, everybody. Hang on, we're looking for 8703. All right. Now, if you get any pullback from
8703、8703、8703を狙ってますよねと。で、みんなよくグッジョブと、Way to go って言ってますから、素晴らしいねと。で、結構いろんな人、ピップ、マイケル、ブライアン、マイク、クリス、ケン、ジョーダン、ジョン、ジェームス、スコット、ジェイ、ポール、いろんな人エントリーしてますよねと。
those of you are not, if you get a pullback and it bounces on this line and bounces, you want to go ahead and take that trade from right there.
もしエントリーしてない方は、このプルバック来て、ここでバウンスしたら、これは9665ですけど、ここで9665ですかね。9665でバウンスしたら跳ね返ってきたら買っていきたいねと。9733まで買っていきたいねと。86ですね。間違えました。8665と、8703ですね。
There it is, right there. Yeah, so, wow, 296 tips, Rick. Woohoo! Way to go, Rick. Hey, it was good to see you, by the way, in Dallas, Rick. Rick won the 2 tickets to the Grand Prix here in Austin in March. Nice going, Rick.
リックっていう人が296ピップ取ってると言ってますけど、複数エントリーしたり、他の通貨やっていたりで、そんな感じですね。取れてますねと。
Euro may be breaking. If it does, that's good. I'm trying to get out of here, so. Euro, you can see the Euro's having a big bounce, so it makes sense. Remember, you all know what to do. You don't need me to tell you how to take that trade. We've already talked about it, so it's good to go. Euro, we're in a sell, so it's a very shallow trend, as you can see. Not much really happening here. More than likely, it's just chop city right now. And you know, there's a real high potential that it's actually doing this uptrend right here. All right, but right now we don't have any proof.
ユーロ王子なんですけど、チョッピーになってると。まあ、どっちかまたわからない。レンジだよねみたいなことを言っていて、もしこれアップトレンドが見えてきてますよねということを言っています。
We'll know that if we break above here, then we'll be looking for the uptrend up here.
まあこの、高値っていうのをブレイクしてきたら買っていきたいよねと。
Euro CAD continues to move to the upside, it's following the euro, so looking pretty good. Let's go up here. We're in the uptrend. We're looking for this trade, and you can see overall, you know, if we get any pullback at all, we're looking to go to that R4. We've already been there once, as you can see, that R4, and we've had a pretty strong pullback here. Come on, a little draw there. Okay, so that's the first. This is our trade right here. Everybody sees that's our trade.
ユーロカナダなんですけども、まあ、いい感じに来てると。で、これ今、プルバックが来たら R4、黒い R4 ここにありますけど、まあ、1回取ってますけど、まあ、ここを狙っていきたいね。で、リアルトレードはその上、R5 までを取っていきたいよねと言っています。
So if we get any pullback here, we have this line that we're trying to get off of. If we get pullback here, we want to take that trade up to the R4, which is 35.73 from 35.
35.73、3573までまず取っていきたいと。
23 is about 50 pips. That's not the trade. That's the trade. Get you 50 pips in here and hold on from that trade right there, and then you can trade riskless in this big area right up in here, and you can make your.
まあだけどこの50ピップのトレードっていうのはリアルトレードではなくて、その次のトレードがリアルトレードですよねと。なのでまずこれエントリーもし今からしていったら、まずまあこの、R4 ですよね。R4 でストップ上げていきますよね。で、そしたらリスクレスで、リスクがなく、この次のトレードに臨めると。まあ、プロフィットをまず入れてから、リスクなしでエントリーしていけるよねと。で、まあ、ここの分取れたらもう今月分の家賃は払えるよっていうようなことを言ってます。
Waiting for. Don't be trying to jump into it early. CAD yen, all right? Continue to, we've hit this bounce point down here, as you can see. Let's go up to 240, and you know, so it's a strong bounce point, as you can see. So, you know, the jury's out right now. It could be a big descending wedge for sure, in which case we'll get that, but we won't know that till we break this bottom here. We could continue.
カナダ円ですけども、カナダ円はこのバウンスポイントっていうところを下にブレイクしてきたら、このウェッジを抜けてきて、この下の S の5まで狙っていくんじゃないかなと言っています。
Up here like this, up to the top of the trend wall and get a sell off, we'd be interested in that, and we'd also be interested in the break hook and go to the upside. So we don't know what it is yet. Let's wait and see.
まあとりあえず待っていましょうと。で、もしかしたらこれ上にブレイクフック&ゴーして上に抜けてくるかもしれませんし、ここをブレイクしてフックして上行くかもしれませんし、一回戻ってきてプルバックして、トレンドウォールで跳ね返って、下の方へ下がってくるかもしれませんと。
And we got a lot of opportunities. This is being the big one right here. The second biggest one would be this sell off the top of the trend line, and the third would be this move up in here. New Zealand yen. Wait for the trade to come to you. Don't trade it for the sake.
Wait to trade to come to you. つまりトレードが来るまで待ちましょうねと。あなたから自分からトレードに行くんじゃなくて、トレードが来るまで待ちましょうと。
Trading. Alright. So here's the New Zealand yen, and let me pop this up. Alright, so we're testing the top one more time. We got an ascending wedge here, folks. Ascending wedge means we're going to try to break to the upside. Got a target about 45 pips away. So there's a little small trade in here, about 45 pips, and then there's a big one up here. We would love to see that happen. So we're going to move this up to.
9円ですが、まあこの上、これ抜けてきたら大きなトレードしていきたいですよねと。
Here, I'm going to move this up to here. Remember, this little trade here, you trade 1/3 your lots. If you got a small area, trade small area with a big area on top. You trade. This is trade 1. This is trade 2. How do you trade it? 1/3 of your lots here, 2/3 of your lots here. That way, if you're wrong small. But if you're right big. All right? Always got to be.
まずこの黒い HSI まで、ここまでは3分の1トレードで、上抜けてきたら3分の2 そうすることによって、もし間違えてたら3分の1、ルーススモール、ちっちゃく負けて、正しかったら大きく勝つというような感じですよね。
Right big in the market. Alright, so we're looking for that. We'll see what happens. Pound New Zealand all the way to target. Ah, man, crud. Just drives me crazy that we didn't catch that this morning. Got it. I hate that. You see, because that's a missed opportunity. We knew it was going to that target. You see that? We knew it was going to that target. Where did it go? Right to the target. See? That's the whole point. Now, if you're on FXCD, but a lot of traders here on AVA FX and IG and FXCM and all that, they can trade that. But even so, we still want to make sure we catch that thing. Yeah.
ポンドニュージーランド、下がってきましたよねと、ターゲットまで当たりましたと。で、これスコットトレードしなかったんで、あららと言っているんですけど、こういうの悔しいよねと。せっかくこれやってて、こう見てて、ターゲットまで分かってたのに、見逃したっていうのは嫌だねっていうことを言っています。
Not the last trade, but I hate to be sitting here talking about it and then not being able to catch it for those who are there. So, bang. But the important part is, did it go to target? Yes. Can we find the target? Yes, we can. So that
ポイントとしてはターゲットまで行ったか、Yes。ターゲットが分かっていたか、Yes と。なので仕方ないよねと。
Opportunity was there, we just missed it. All right. So XAG for Victor continues to move to the downside. Be careful of making this trade at this point, Victor. But there's a very real possibility that the trend is not this shallow. It's actually out here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, see how we get the heart line proven right in here, right in here. See, heart line gets proven right in there. So yeah, we're looking to come down here. This is the day chart trend line out here. So you got another 50 pips in it down to here, and maybe we'll go down to the S5. All right.
これ銀ですね。銀はこの下まで。トレンドオール今ここのレジスタサポートからこっちのサポートにしましたけど、ハートラインが当たってるからこっちだねと。でまだあと50ピップぐらい下がる余裕があると。
Finally, dollar Swissy continues. This is going to end up being a really nice trade for us. We should be up quite a few pips. How many pips are you guys up on this right now? It's underway. Doing pretty well.
ポンドフランですけど皆さんどのくらい今利益上がってますか
？26, 30J, okay, anybody else? 35, 31, so, roughly around 30 pips so far. Alright, we're going to go down to 41.79. Nice job, Brian and everybody. Alright, 30 times 3 lots. Wow, Jordan, nice job, Jordan. Alright, good job. Alright, so we're looking down here for this target, which is the day chart bottom, and we may tag the S5. Alright, so.
大体皆さん30ピップぐらい、プラスになっていると思いますと。で、このデイチャートのボトム4179、もしくはこの下の4170っていうこの S5 まで、HSI まで行くかもしれませんと。なので、やっていきましょうと。
If we break here, you're going to move your stop at 40. You got quite a bit of pips here, so if you break and hook and come back up, I'd make another trade right here. If you get a little break down here and pulls up, any place in here, I'd make a trade up above this 4200 because you got plenty of room to move your stop by the 4200. All right.
4200より上では、まだ売っていきたいな、ブレイクフックして、売っていきたいよねっていうことを言ってて、ポンドフラントレードアラートが来てたので、今ちょうどさっきエントリーしたんですけど、まだ売れるよねっていうことを言っていました。
Then a break of the 4200, you're only going to 79, so just hold it for there. Okay. So any kind of a pull up here and turn, you want to add to your position for that target down there. All right, and everybody should be at break even or maybe plus 5 or whatever. I'd actually put my stop below the 4250, about 4247, and just sit on it. All right.
でプラスになったらプラマイ0とかプラス5ピップとか何でもいいんですけど、スコットの場合だと42今47っていうちゃんとしたそのテクニカルストップに下げてやっていきますよと。
42.47 and sit on that sucker. And it continues to go to the downside. We're looking at that target down there. So, all right, folks. What I see, I'll see all of you later. There are the fundies from Pip. Thanks as always, Pip. 7:30 in the morning. Be careful. Also at 3:30 tonight. Be careful again on the London. And don't forget, beginners classes tonight at 7:30 Central Time. That's 8:30 Eastern Time for this beginning for target trading. I think we're on lesson 4 tonight, all right? And then I'll see my Endeavor traders at 8:45. All right, everybody. See everybody tonight. Talk to you later. All right, buddy. All right.
はい、というわけでセッションリキャップおしまいです。まあそんな感じで今日もやっていきましたけど、まあ結構エントリーとかもあって、今日はトレードアラート3つ来てましたので、またやっていただけたらなと、やってもらえたらなと思います。それではどうも今日もありがとうございました。失礼します。